G'day everybody, it's Karen Brewer coming at you live from the Bush Telegraph with a Friday night live on the 19th of November 2021. This afternoon, Sean Ross, I'm always talking about his videos. If you need a crash course in Freemasonry, you can't really go past the Sean Ross videos. He has 3 channels on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and Google Swissy Home of the Devil Parts 1, Part 2 and Part 3. I believe they're really good reference points for a crash course in Freemason symbolism. Well, this afternoon I came across that Sean has done another video, and it has to do with the shape of skulls. It has to do with the elites and their bloodlines. And of course, I'm always saying we find them so easily by knowing where they went to school and who's their daddy. And of course, it is a breeding program. Freemasons only marry other Freemason clans, and this is a crossbreeding, backbreeding and inbreeding program that's been going on for a very long time. And as we already know, pharaohs in Egypt were a product of brother and sister breeding. And of course, all royal families, you know, I mean, they're first cousins that are marrying first cousins that are marrying first cousins. I mean, I don't even know how you work that out in your head, because you have to be closer than first cousins. I mean, if you're the product of first cousins and then you marry first cousins and then you have first cousins, like, I mean, I reckon their DNA would have to look like brother and sister. But anyway, I watched this video where he was explaining about the structure of skulls and things like that. The video goes for 2 hours, and I urge everyone to go watch this video because it's absolutely undeniable. It sent me down a path this afternoon, and I'm going to screen share that and show you now. It has to do with the shape of skulls, and the pharaonic line has a flat skull at the back of the head. In most of us, we have a curve, like you have a curve when you go from the head to the neck. There's a curve, you know, and that part of the brain has to do with empathy, understanding, compassion, and all of this sort of stuff. So let's just get straight into it. I'll just screen share this. Oh, sorry, Chris, I'll just have to take back the hosting for 1 second. Chris, can you see the screen that I'm sharing now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'll just make Chris the host. You can still see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, if you go to my Telegram account, this is the post that you're looking for. This is the link, still take you straight to Sean Ross's video. That's why I put the arrows there. Everyone needs to watch it. Anyway, getting back to what it's all about, that particular video, it's about the shape of their heads. And it's about the fact that the head comes straight into the neck without much curve. And it sent me down a path of research that I just had to share with you all this evening. So here's Jacinda, and this was at her meeting with the Queen. It's a little bit harder with women because you know, women have all these sorts of hairstyles that cover it up, but she was leaning forward to shake hands with the Queen in this photo, and quite clearly you can see it's flat. It's flat, right? Same as Scott Morrison's, it's flat. This is Malcolm Turnbull. This is Tony Abbott, and this was, I think that was John Key. John Key or the bloke before him. I think this is John Key, sorry. So what I was doing was I was using the comments section to post all my research of the people that I was anyone that popped into my head, basically, I was just researching. I'm going to show you how to do this quickly in a minute, because we're going to play a little game. I want everybody to tell me a name and we're going to have a look. Okay, so these are the ones that just popped into my head. This one here, that is Peter Cosgrove. Now, he was the former Governor General of Australia, just you know, before we had David Hurley. And of course, that's John Keyes. And this one here is Sir Robert Menzies. And you see there's no curve, like the head comes straight into the neck without a curve. I mean, it's just undeniable. This is Malcolm Fraser. Now, he was a Prime Minister in the 70s in Australia. And then this one is Anthony Albanese. He's currently the opposition leader in Australia. And as you can see, the head is flat. It's flat straight into the neck, you know. This is Bill Shorten, who was the former Labor leader in Australia federally. And of course, his is the same. And then there was a few comments. Now this is Kevin Rudd. I'll try and make that a bit bigger. I don't know if that's bigger or not, but you'll see the head come straight down into the neck. And that was Kevin Rudd. And this is another shot of Kevin Rudd. And as you can see, it's straight down into the neck. It's just extraordinary. This was Cardinal Pell. It's a little bit hard because the hair, it's hard to find photos really side on, but I did find one. This was probably the best one I could find, but there'll probably be others. But as you can see, there's no curve into the, like if you imagine his hair's not there, there's no curve into the neck. This is Peter Hollingsworth. Now, he was the former Governor-General of Australia, and he was the head honcho of the Anglican Church. And he had to leave, he had to resign as Governor of Australia because of a scandal to do with sexual abuse of children that it was happening in the Anglican Church. And of course, he covered it up, and he passed all those pedophile ministers around the Anglican diocese to different schools, and he got caught up in all of that because he was assisting the mobilisation of these pedophiles through the Anglican Church. And you see, he's got that sort of head. And then we come to this guy, Kelvin Alps. Now, for those of you that are watching from Australia, this guy markets himself as alternative media, right? Well, he outed himself as a Freemason back earlier on in the year. And of course, he's got this TV show called Counterspin on YouTube. I don't watch it since the day, you know, like for a long time, because I know what he is anyway. As you can see, he's got the same thing. The head goes straight into the neck. There's no curve, you know. And this one is Winston Peters. Now, he's a New Zealand politician, and he was a long-serving politician, you know, similar to like Philip Ruddock in Australia. He'd been there since the Ark, you know. And of course, he is from a Freemason family out of the McInnes clan, actually. But anyway, you'll notice he's got the flat head. Coming down here. Now, this is very interesting.